How you doing, everybody? This is Bones. We're back here in the Alternative Energies Lab. The boss let me come out and play for a couple hours. I took some time ahead of the game. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a dual-core bubbler. Now, this is a little bit different. I was watching some videos in the last couple of days, just trying to catch up on everything everybody's doing. Steve with Almost Hydrogen came up with a double bubbler. I hope it works well for him. Looks good. It's a cool design. It actually made me think. In my prior videos, you'll notice I don't much have a lot of faith in bubblers. A couple days ago, as I was playing in the shop with one of my arresters, bragging about it, how well it worked, and the unit had been running for about 45 minutes to an hour with the arrestor on it. So it got pretty saturated with the bronze wool, and I went to ignite it, and thankfully I had the measuring device and a bench top bubbler hooked up to it, because it blew both of those slam apart. So needless to say, it covered the lab and blue water dyed all over the place, so it was quite a mess. So it made me think that I'm not sure that the arresters are all that, at least that design. Maybe I might have to go back to a spring-loaded check valve or something similar, more similar to an acetylene torch. But anyway, let's get back to the dual-core bubbler. Now again, this is the first time I've done this, so we're going to learn together. Basically what I have, I put together a material list. If anybody's interested, our website's almost finished. I've talked to the web designer, and we looked at a couple of the prototypes he has, and they're looking pretty good. We're going to start off with 9 inches of 2-inch PVC right here. 2 PVC 2-inch end caps. Here, 1-inch PVC end cap. I've already done some of this work because I don't want to waste a lot of your time just on drilling and everything. I'll go over everything with you in a minute here. 8.5 inches of 1-inch PVC. And I did have it here. Okay, here it is. I was just working on it. Again, I'll show you what I've done to it. I have down a 1-inch by 1.25-inch bushing reducer, but I think I'm not going to use this. I'm going to do away with this. So let's just put that aside. Then we've got a 3/8-inch barb nail pipe thread by 3/8-inch barb elbow. This is one of those nylon fittings, lasts forever. Then we have 32 inches of fish tank hose. So little tiny fish tank hose. I cut it to 8-inch lengths. 2 inches of polybutylene hose. 1/4-inch by 3/8-inch barb. And a couple miscellaneous wire ties. So that's pretty much everything that's going to make up our dual core bubbler. Really excited about this. Hope it works out. I tried it in a glass of water with just playing around to see what it would work, and it was pretty good. Let's get back to our bubbler. What I'm going to do is I've taken this 1-inch pipe. I've already taken it. Like I said, I've tried doing all the prep work already, so I'm not wasting a lot of your time, and I can get this done in one video, because I personally don't like watching 100 videos just to get one design down. This is a 1-inch pipe. What I did is I drilled. You're not going to see it. There it is. Maybe you will. You'll see it. I've drilled little tiny 16-inch holes. But now what happens now is I didn't drill them straight in. I drilled them up at an angle, in a pretty sharp angle. So this way my bubbles don't come out through the bottom, and you'll see what I mean in a minute here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cement this together. I'm looking at my little timer over there. I'm sure we're going to have to make more than one videos out of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, actually no, I'm not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to install the bottom barb first. This is really important. You need to put this barb in first. Now let's prep this barb. What we're going to do is we're going to take some bronze wool. I'm going to take that little 2-inch polypropylene tubing and I'm going to stuff this bronze wool in here. It's going to be like a small arrestor. Hopefully nothing will ever get to this point, but just in case. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So let's get this jammed in here. I'm going to push it in there as hard as I can get it. Now I'm pretty confident this stuff isn't going to come out because I got it in there pretty good. Okay. Now what to do is take some of your PVC cement. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to drill the bottom of this out. I know this lighting is bad. Let me see if I turn off this. I was trying to get some more lighting so we can get better results. Actually, I think it's better without it. So what I did is I drilled the inside of this out to accept the polypropylene. It doesn't go in easy because that plastic likes to move as you're drilling it. It's in probably about 1/8 of an inch. But what to do is you're going to glue it in there. So go ahead and use yourself some PVC cement. I recommend you put it on the polypropylene. Don't put it in fitting. Put a pretty good amount on there. Go ahead and set that in there. Give it a little bit of a turn so it's settled up really good. You want to be careful now because this stuff it'll burn your skin if you're not used to it. Okay. Give that a minute to set up. Grab yourself some Teflon tape. Or if you prefer the paste or however you want to do it. As long as you're putting some kind of a tape or something's going to stop you from leaking. Because this is actually the bottom of the bubbler. Okay. Now, I'm going to give that a few minutes to set up, and I'll go over what I did to this. What I did is I took one of these end caps and I pre-drilled it and tapped it. I personally like to use the tap. Now there are all other alternatives. I bought this tap set at Harbor Freight. I got the whole set for like 20 bucks. So it's not a really expensive one, but it works just fine. And I just drilled a 7/16 inch hole and then just went ahead and tapped it. I like to tap it better. I know you can heat up the fitting and a brass fitting and put them in there, and that works okay. I just prefer this. I like a nice strong fitting. Okay, like I said, now this is important. Everybody, make sure this goes in first. Because what's going to happen is we have to glue that riser pipe in. And if we're not careful, we're going to get glue in these threads. Well, needless to say, you don't want that to happen.